Podcast. Hello and welcome to Emma's podcast. In today's podcast, we're going to be talking about what? I have one actually, but I need to find the title. So maybe at the end I will figure out what the title is on this one. But let's talk about sales and pushing people to get the hold of their network, okay, or the people they know. So let's get started. I have noticed on LinkedIn, and I don't know for you guys, that, in the past, was like, we were at 2023? I know, 22 or 23? We're in 23. Sorry, I'm having a senile moment. That was about 10 years ago when LinkedIn was starting to be a thing, where everybody say, well, the companies ought to be on LinkedIn. They were encouraging employees to be on LinkedIn. But again, when a new app shows up, people don't even know how to utilize the best they can. However, so people are starting to be on LinkedIn. They will network with each other, but it's a networking tool, allegedly. So, people start to search people. You can see their profile, which is nice to see their profile, where they have been, etc., and for which company they're working. Because in today's world we're in, people are always looking at a LinkedIn profile, including Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. But LinkedIn is more the professional side, or allegedly, because at the beginning, some of the picture was just like, I remember I worked for a company and they had to send a memo reminding people, if you're on LinkedIn, probably a business, a more, attirail will work better than your swimming suit when you're drinking tequila. It's like, yes, probably we don't need you to just let us know how you're feeling with, you're not on vacation, because this is a professional networking tool. So when this was done, which was great at the beginning, people didn't know how to use them very well. Well, for the past, I will say, couple of years, this has changed, because a lot of people are using, and a lot of companies as well, software companies are now using, LinkedIn as a drip campaign for mailing. This is one way to connect with people, okay? So what you do your search, and some company has it. You can set it up, and within 2 to 3 days, you can start to query who you're looking for, and target your target market, which is fine. Set up your marketing campaign, which is like 2 to 3 responses or touch point, and they will let you know if people respond. Then, the first time they won't connect with you. Then after that, you can do your pitch set. Now, it has become what I call it the wild, wild west. Seriously. To the point that irritates the life out of me. And I have not put something there yet permanently, but I am going to do that. I have to look at it in the next few days. But it comes to the point now that you have any kind of sales pitch coming. They're targeting you. They want to help you. They want to do this. I'm like, I don't give a crap about your stuff. Why don't you go somewhere else and don't harass me? Because they call it harassment at this point. It's worse than the mail. In the mail, you get less and less snail mail where they do this kind of marketing. Now it's all online, and it's over and over and over. Well, a couple of days ago, again, I got someone who was in the finance world. And again, I can read people, so don't even send me something, because I'm going to read you from far away and I know exactly what your intentions are. I would like to connect with you and, see how we can help each other, but I know more about what you do. So I'm like, yeah, you don't. And I looked at the person very quickly, the profile, what he said, who he was from. I said, no, what you want is my Rolodex, and what you want is what I call a fake partnership, meaning I'm going to open the door for you and you just do your business, and what am I left with? Nothing. I'm like, no, that's not how it's going to work here. So the gentleman wanted to connect with me, see what I was saying. I'm like, no. So I was very nice, because I was direct. And also very nice is, yeah, if it's a sales pitch or something along those lines, I will not talk to my clients. I won't talk to clients. I'm sorry, this is not how I do business. And I don't care if you have a referral of $25 every single time. At the end of the day, you're making a ton of money behind my back, and that's not happening. So that's why I got a little bit irritated, and it's becoming a more and more common practice on LinkedIn. I had somebody else's from another company who had a software, and we could be partner. And I'm like, no, because you're telling me your monthly license per person is $29. Imagine you get 400 employees, you get your money, and what do I get? A pitch for what? $200 for that? I'm like, no, there is something that doesn't make any sense, and no, I'm not gonna waste my time to try to pitch this either. Okay? Figured out how to penetrate those companies instead than using us as the Rolodex because you saw the profile. That's why I got irritated. I'm getting irritated more and more when people come with a false intention and so then said, well, you know what, I'm interested, I would like to know what your Rolodex are, blah, blah, blah. I would love a direct pitch this way. But don't try to make it, oh, we can partner when you don't give a crap. The only thing you want to reach is that Rolodex. It's the name of the clients, and have somebody else is introducing you to them to make your life easier because it will open the market. So you're using a pound, and I'm not one of them. So I pushed back the gentleman. I pushed the other one because I listened to the pitch, and that was the CEO of the company actually, and it wasn't even him who talked to me for that specific software. It was somebody else's in his operation. And I was like, well, you know what, guy, if you schedule a meeting with me and somebody else says to take over, that is a no-no in my book. Then after the end, I told the person, I said, well, I'm not interested in doing this. I don't see the win-win situation here at all because I'm doing the work and you get all of the reward. Not happening. Then a week later, the CEO sent me another email. Then he wanted to meet me. I'm like, I don't need you. I already met with the other individual. No, thank you. So he was already lost and he had no idea that it was a no. So we got salespeople who target you because, you know, we can bring you this, and that because you're this. And I'm like, no, I don't want your fake things. I'm not going to spend thousands of dollars on something that's not going to work. So off you go. So it would be nice if, in this case, we could have, for LinkedIn, flags said, we're not interested on sales pitch. If it's a sales pitch, if it's your intent is this, and that, back off. Walk away, target somebody else's. Don't bother. If you want to meet and know what we really do, then let's connect. But if it's under the false pretense to open the door and try to do a sales pitch, because I saw the guy, I was just like, buddy, I saw you coming a mile away. Don't. And I was very direct. I told him at the end, bye. So approaching people, and I know sales, it's not that easy, okay? Cold email. Well, first of all, the little tip actually before you go and do a call, I prefer go with an email to the person. I learn who they are so we know which approach we have, because you're not going to be talking the same way to a salesperson when you have a CEO you're talking with as well. So there is persona. There is a lot of things that go around that you need to know beforehand. And one of the biggest things that I found it very helpful is if you do a cold email before you place a call, that's helpful because the person is aware of and you have something to start to talk about. Now, using somebody like me or anyone else to get access to a Rolodex, well, that's not going to work. Okay, we're not a bunch of idiots. And when you're looking at the way things are done, because for me, if you come with the wrong intention, then that to me, you're not trustworthy. What else are you lying about? Yes, you got to develop your clientele, but stop lying and cheating, because this is something that really does not go well here and for a lot of people. Now I'm receiving some crazy things. As I said, I'm going to put a permanent post I'm going to tag in my profile saying no sales pitch, no referral, off you go. Because seriously, at the end of the day, I calculated with that company, I'm like, yeah, if I have 400 people and you get charged at $29 or $26, it doesn't, well, $30 to make it easier. That's a lot of money per month. But what do you get at the end of the day when you open the door and did the pitch? Not much, isn't it? Unless you take a percentage on that, I will negotiate on that facts, then that will be good. But most of the time, it's not. So I will say a word of caution. Watch out who's approaching you. Are they coming to be part of your network? Like I did it for a year. I moved mine over 1,000 people from a network because I wanted to connect with the people, and two, I wanted to have the opportunity to do one thing, and it was my podcast. I wasn't selling anything. It was to get them on my podcast to tell their story and the people that was interested of. So to me, this was a great opportunity to know other business owners, to do something that I was doing actually for information for everybody else's to hear, which makes a difference. But when you come with the intent that, well, they're gonna, I give you $5, go play, and I'm gonna have access to your Rolodex, and you're gonna introduce yourself via me to them. I'm like, no, my time is precious, and I don't have time, quote unquote, to waste on something that doesn't bring any value to me. If, however, because I do, I'm on Alignable as well, and I'm the ambassador over there. And by the way, ambassador work for free. We do the networking, we do a lot of things that I do appreciate because I will connect people together. But you're not gonna tell me to open the connection I have just because you want it. I will look what works best, okay? So for somebody who comes to the left field on LinkedIn, and this is why it's kind of irritating at some level. I like LinkedIn, but those messaging, and I'm receiving few weeks. I have to block. I'm blocking them like, good lordy. Seriously, stop your sales speech. I'm not that interested. And if it's not one person, there's going to be another person, there's going to be another person. I'm like, I do not want to deal with you. So they should have flags saying, I don't want to deal with sales pitch. I don't want to deal with this and that. It would be nice because when they run their query and the other companies who are extracting information from LinkedIn can filter that, that's awesome. That would be great. But that was my thing for today because, again, I came across about it yesterday. And I just got like, here's another one again. But as I said, the guy wasn't a good small hustler because I pinged him since the first sentence. And I'm like, yeah, you're not going to put the rug underneath my feet because this is a no. And as I said, I was polite. I went straight to the topics. And he wasn't that honest either. So I'm like, well, that's okay. That happens. You want to help. No, you're desperate to make your numbers. That's why you're connecting with me. That's all. Because you want to make your numbers. You have a quota to do, and you are under your quota. Then you should start with the traditional marketing, email, mail, and stuff like that. Spend the money to get it. You work for a company, they can afford it. But that's your point of view when you're to develop your own business when you are doing the development of it. So it's your responsibility. And I understand, I give you $500. I'm like, sure, not a problem. No, that's not $500 you will pay me for that. Even to open and give you one name. I'm like, no, that doesn't happen this way. So this practice needs to stop and be genuine because people can hear it. Okay, I read it in the first sentence. I knew what he was doing, and I'm like, even through mail, even through text, we can detect when something is not quite right. So learn from it and don't do it. Some people will buy for 5 minutes, and some like me is like, don't waste my time. Because he put his Calendly in there, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to click on it and waste my freaking time knowing that you don't give a crap of what I do. It's not to As I said, it's not giving any added value to me, to my business at all. At all. So no, I pass. That is the probably the hardest the hardest part of it. But be honest. If you need people who are in need, there is different way. There is different way to approach people. You can write. I'm gonna even give you a couple of hints. Why don't you put a post on LinkedIn? Seriously. Then you're looking to help, blah blah blah. And what you offer? What is your offer? And people will be interested. They will connect with you. That's it. But don't try to use people to get to your goals knowing that you're lying to them to start with. It's like, don't do that. I don't want to be lied to or used for or manipulated. No, thank you. Been there, done that. I don't want to do that. But I see you coming, so no. Use the marketing. And you know what? To grow your business, by the way, it doesn't matter where you are. It might take a little time, a little longer. It goes up, it goes down, and that's how it goes. Trying to push something that people don't want is not gonna happen. Provide, and I'm giving it to you for free, people. So I don't charge today. Maybe by tomorrow I will charge. But think about your added value. What do you have that makes you unique? That's all. It's nothing else, nothing more. So utilize those and just spit it out into a post. Send it out and ask the universe to help you to bring you the right people who need your skill sets. That's all. It's not complicated. A monkey could do it. A child could do it. A dog could do it. A cat could do it. Even Emma could do it. Yay! Let's not forget Emma in there. So think about it, guys, and man enough to own to your words, and don't deceive other business owners or coaches or whomever you're targeting by trying to do a fluff on them, because it doesn't work. Don't fluff things around. We can see through. We're not stupid. So do something that really will attract people, and it starts with a post. Trying to reach out to others, it's an annoyance to me. I do not like to be bothered, especially when people don't care about what I do, but they just want the client Rolodex. Well, guess what? My client Rolodex is close to everybody. I don't give it away, even for $1. So move along, people. Do what you're supposed to do and advertise yourself by writing posts. It's a free entertainment right there. It's a free advertising. So use your brain, roll up your sleeve, and put those added values. Not that complicated to do it. Make it interesting so people will know who you are and what you do. And make it consistent. Not one time and say, well, it didn't work, Emma. I don't understand. I tried once. Well, it's not by doing once. It's going to take some time, few weeks, because people need to see it several times. Okay, the touch point to get somebody, it's about 72, and you can go below 10 if you're consistent on what you do. That's called a dream campaign. All right, a dream campaign could be a post campaign on social media, on your Facebook for your company, or on your LinkedIn profile. Okay, I found it amazing when people don't realize that, and it's like, well, I tried once, I tried twice, and nothing happened. Well, be consistent, be open. I have a group on the Lineable for networking, and people are now starting to like post some few things in there. And I had that group created in December. Okay, takes time. People are shy. There is more and more people coming in. We're close to 500 or something like that people in there, business owners. But you have to make it interesting. You have to do something that people can remember, because when you create something when they just barely know you, it's like, what in the world is these things? What do you do? People will be comfortable when you start to post. The more you post, the better it is. Okay? And as the same thing with my group on Alignable. It's like, well, people, if you don't 477, we are in close to 500. Ooh, we need to beat the 500 soon. And we're a great group. We're offering great things in here, and the only thing we offer here is networking, is masterclasses. So it's tips. What, as a business owner, can you share then we don't know, so people knows you? That's the best things ever. Okay? It's not taking things and deciding to post your own thing and there and your sales speech. It's about communicating with people, see what the events are, helping others, giving advice, but also networking. But again, this group did not existed. I had to make it relevant by posting stuff all of the time. Okay, those are the challenges. Post. And not everybody reacted. Even I have one class that I launch and learn right now that interestingly enough, nobody has done anything yet. So I'm going to be pushing this one out. It's a free one. But people are now starting to make comments, say, oh yeah, do this, do that. And some are still shy. But as time passes, they're going to be more comfortable. Same thing with LinkedIn. Same thing with the post you're doing. It's not one post in a miracle. You're going to have to work at it every other day or once a week. And for people to notice who you are, what do you do? And you don't have to repeat every single time the same post. Change, make it entertaining, or rotate it. If you have 4 or 5 different added value or uniqueness, well, use one on each post. That's it. Expand, make something interesting. So as I said, when you are on LinkedIn, instead than trying to poach clients from other people, just be honest, all right? Because your intentions are, we're always going to see through you, okay? And you're going to irritate and waste a lot of people their time because your intention wasn't the most honest one to start with. But for advertising, create a post and post. Make yourself noticeable so the people in your network will notice you. And say, I might know somebody here that needs help with finance. And you will say, okay, thank you. I have somebody that I can refer to you. And it's done automatically, not pushed. Nothing of that matters. And that makes a huge difference if you think about it. Nobody wants to be sell in. Nobody wants to pitch sales. It's irritating. There's nothing fun about it because you don't care about who I am. So interviewing me for 5 minutes just to get what you want is not going to bring you the golden goose with the eggs. Sorry, the golden goose and the golden eggs are not coming. So think about it. Be honest, because we're not a bunch of fools, okay? And the technique used, so far that I saw, pretty bad. So that was my pitch for today on approaching people in regards of getting their clients. Poaching. I don't like it. That to me sounds deceiving and desperate. We can be desperate in our life, but that doesn't mean we have to lie to the people that we could do good business with just because we have a deadline to meet, just because we are not developing our businesses the way it's supposed to be. That's what I gotta say. So, all my love, guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye now.
Universe Podcast.